Hello, Hoosiers and Hoshians. It's me, Mayor Brandon, on another episode of Mondays with the Mayor. With me today is Susan Turner from the Terre Haute Children's Museum. I actually was just trying to put on this helmet. As you can see, it does not fit at all. Why am I trying to put on a helmet? Folks, we have this thing coming up called a solar eclipse. Susan, help me out here. What is going to happen on April 8th?
The coolest thing is going to happen. It's a natural phenomenon. It will only happen once in our lifetime as we live here in Terre Haute, Indiana. Wow. The moon will cross in between the sun and the earth, and the shadow will project itself onto the earth, and we happen to be right in the middle of the path of totality, which means that in the middle of the day on April 8th, it's going to get dark in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Okay, so let's explain it this way. You are Terre Haute, Indiana. I'm the sun. And the moon is going to come in like this and be in between us.
That's right.
And it's going to create this phenomenon where it's dark out for how long?
So in Terre Haute, it'll be dark for, I say dark, it's really going to be more dusk. For 2 minutes and 53 seconds. The entirety of the eclipse is really 3 hours because you'll have a partial on the beginning side of it. So it takes about an hour and 15 minutes for the shadow to completely cover.
To come in.
Then you're going to have right around 3 minutes of totality. And the temperature is going to drop. It's going to, if it's a nice sunny day, you're going to have a 360 sunset all around you. The night noises will start. So like the crickets will come out, the birds will go to roost. I've heard that it's a very spiritual experience. Like you will feel things around you and within you.
So what do we do to celebrate this? I know we've got some events going on at the parks. There's some events across the city. The mill's doing something, but let's hear it. How do we celebrate this once in a lifetime experience?
So we have a task force of around 50 to 60 people who have been working very hard for the last 2 years to plan events all across the Wabash Valley. There are things going on in every major community that calls the Wabash Valley home. Terre Haute, as the epicenter, has a ton of stuff going on the entire month of March and into that first full week of April. If you go on terrehaute.com, you can click on the Eclipse 2024 button. You'll get a list of all the things that are happening. Everything from art installations to Griffin Bike Park is going to have a daytime, nighttime ride. There are going to be viewing parties. There are lots of local wineries, breweries that are doing special brews and labels for the Eclipse. All the local restaurants and coffee shops are going to have special promotions going on that weekend. There's going to be a downtown festival. Central Christian Church is doing something. All of the colleges are involved.
Wow.
There's a ton going on.
Viewers, make sure to click the link that we're going to put on the screen now, www.terrehaute.com. Go to the solar eclipse link button. Go ahead and click that button. It's a great website. You're going to see all the events that we are offering in the community. I'll probably be back and forth between Fairbanks Park and downtown. And how many folks can we expect during this day?
That is a great question. If I knew the answer to that, I'd be a rich woman. I will tell you this, that the people who are much smarter than me, make way more money than I do, who project how people are going to travel for eclipses, say that that Texas will see the largest influx of tourists.
So we're better than Texas.
Indiana will receive the second largest number of tourists. So anywhere between 130,000 to 500,000 additional people will be in our state on that day. I'm estimating that Terre Haute will probably see between 30 and 50,000 additional people. So it's going to be a busy day.
Well, I even saw online people are selling their lots for campers, and a lot of our hotels are booked at max capacity. And not only do we get a great downtown event, you know, I love consistent downtown programming, but we get to celebrate this kind of scientific style event, right? I was kind of looking around at some of the displays here about solar eclipse history, and I was joking, I haven't really thought about NASA and space since that movie, The Martian. Which is based off the book, which is also the community read this year, sponsored by the Vigo County Public Library. So folks, check out the Vigo County Public Library. grab your copy of The Martian. You'd be like me, put on this helmet, except it doesn't fit, and get prepared for the eclipse. Speaking of getting prepared for the eclipse, what does just the everyday person need to be prepared for the eclipse?
Yeah, the most important thing is to make a plan for where you anticipate watching the eclipse. The schools in all of the surrounding counties are out that day. So if you are a parent, you are going to have a child to take care of that day. A lot of businesses are closing, either they're closing all day or they're closing at noon, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely.
And so they want their staff to experience it. So make a plan about where you intend to watch the eclipse. You literally can just walk out of your front door if that's what you want to do. If you want to experience this at home, you absolutely can do that. If you want to experience this with 5,000 of your closest friends, come to downtown Terre Haute. If you want to experience this in a park, we have a beautiful park system. They're all open to the public. Go experience it in one of those places. I am encouraging people to treat it as a severe weather event. So we don't know what's going to come our way. I'm encouraging people to just be prepared, right? So on Thursday before the Monday, go to the gas station, fill up on your gas. Go to the grocery store, pick up your, weekly shopping. If you need to refill prescriptions, take care of that. If you have appointments scheduled for Monday, April 8th, reschedule them. That just makes sense.
And here's why. The last time we had a large eclipse in the United States, we saw some traffic delays as long as 17 hours. A large influx of visitors here to the Hoosier State and the Wabash Valley does create some concerns for public safety, NDOT, the highway department with traffic. So as a city, we're doing everything we can to be prepared for the public safety aspect of so many visitors coming to our community. But don't let that scare you out from coming out and having a great time. Just leave a little bit early. Make sure you get to your viewing area as early as possible to take part in the festivities. And of course, drive responsibly.
Absolutely.
So we're in the Children's Museum. We are in the solar eclipse area of the museum. How long is this up for?
So this exhibit will be here until the end of May.
Wow.
So we'll get all the way through schools coming for their field trip seasons, and then this exhibit will go dark, and a new exhibit will come in place here.
So to the families listening to the show, to folks who just want to come check it out, please visit the Terre Haute Children's Museum and check out not just the eclipse section, but the entire museum. What are your hours of operation?
We are open Wednesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., Sunday noon to 5. You can find it on our website.
Awesome. Well, let's take a walk around the museum and check out some of the displays.
Absolutely. I also want to point out it's really important to protect your eyes during a total solar eclipse. So when you are looking at the sun, you want to make sure that you wear eye protection, and those are the solar viewers that you see being sold everywhere right now. You can get them at the Terre Haute Children's Museum. We're selling them for $2 a piece. It's a really cost-effective way to protect yourself. If you decide to buy them someplace else, you want to make sure that the solar film is quality. So you want to look on the inside cover that it says ISO 1232-2. So you want to make sure that number is there.
ISO 123-2.
Yeah.
Check the eye protection, folks.
We do not want burned retinas from this experience. So when you're looking at the sun, as we're in the partial eclipse, you're going to want to put your glasses on. When we enter totality for that 2 minutes and 33 seconds, 53 seconds, you're going to want to take them off and enjoy totality. Because we are in Terre Haute and we're on the northwestern edge of totality, we're going to have a better chance of seeing the diamond ring effect, which is kind of like that burst of light right before we enter in totality. And then the Bailey's beads, which are the craters of the moon shining through. It actually looks like a strand of beads. So you'll have a better chance of seeing that. Once those two things happen, take the glasses off and check out totality. Check out that awesome corona and just enjoy it.
Good. So I'm pretty sure our astronaut here, this fellow's wearing some eye protection. I mean, he's got to be. He's checking out the Earth. But let's take a walk around the museum and see what else we have.
Absolutely.
So leaving the museum today, I had to stop at the Wallace and Gromit exhibition because I remember this like show movie
Yeah.
from years ago, the little claymation.
Yep.
What do we got going on here, and how long is this exhibit here?
We are so excited that we have Wallace and Gromit Get Cracking at the museum. This is a traveling exhibit. It came to us from the Minnesota Children's Museum. And thanks to our friends at Centerpoint for sponsoring this.
Yep.
It is here until the middle of May, so we only have a few more weeks really to get in here and enjoy it. This exhibit is really focused on tinkering and the love of science. You know, it's really great to have kids come in here and play with things. And, you know, I'm a big fan of failure and learning through failure. So we want to set them up to learn in a safe environment. And so that's what they get to do in this exhibit.
So make sure to bring your kids out to the Terre Haute Children's Museum. Check out the Wallace and Gromit exhibit going on until May 19th, 2024. Thank you so much for the time, Susan. I'm going to go tinker a little bit, and then we'll take off for the evening.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Pleasure to have you.